and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
Hello. So we'll get back to the chat right away. Marilyn, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. Always appreciate it, of course. CR, hope you're doing great. Hope you're having a great day. The little video goes on replay just because I'm too lazy to make a huge video, and also StreamYard only allows you to make like 3 minutes video, and you can put them on a loop. So might as well do something like that and just let it play. My internet is acting up this morning. I don't know why. Everything is slow, like everything is lagging. I don't know. Like I have YouTube open there, StreamYard on this computer, YouTube on the other screen. Every once in a while it lags and goes back 5 seconds. And I was trying to do all the settings for the live stream, like remove the little tiny thing down here, little heart thing there, live emotions or live reaction. I was also trying to put the tags and the title and the description and all that stuff. Was just lagging the whole way. Good morning, Dave. Thank you so much for stopping by. My plans for today, I want to go and start using those balls, those rooting balls. I told Salva was going to go on his property. I asked him which apples were the best. Apparently, they're pretty much all the same. Not the best quality, but not the worst either. So I will be doing this and hopefully be able to also propagate some honeyberries that I have here and gooseberries. That will be awesome. Try with a few apples. I was just walking around my property to check the damage. So far, so good. Like I haven't seen any tree dead from what I understand. And I didn't know that hazelnut trees were dropping seeds the way they were. Those like catkins, little like pods, they look almost like alder pods. But I don't know. It's weird. But if they can propagate and spread a little bit, that's awesome, because those are American hazelnuts. They don't have the little spikes on them. So if I can get some to grow, I can probably plant that all over and have a new. It's not going to invade. It's not like it's a bad thing. I would put that on my dad's property and have a place to go harvest thorns-free hazelnuts. And what else? Well, that's pretty much what I want to do. I tried to remove all the snow from the greenhouse. I put the tarp down because I didn't want the snow to make to damage it. Turns out that it got worse because all the snow is melting, and at the bottom it gets really wet, and it's freezing again, so it's making big chunk of ice, which is worse. So if there's not too much damage to the tarp, when time comes to actually put it up, I will have to fortify the greenhouse somehow. I have a few ideas on how to do that. It's just a matter of doing it. I was I'm gonna say lucky enough because I suck at building stuff, but I was lucky enough to build a nice frame around it, and it's like perfectly aligned in every corner, um, which is why I consider myself lucky. um, I also have to cut all the cedars I have here. Use the use the trees and try to make some post corner posts for raised beds. This is also something that I can start working with a little bit. Um, Nothing stops me from making the raised beds, even if I still have the tarp on top of my garden, because I can make them, put them into place, and when I remove the tarp, just put the bed there, and you know, um, turn the soil around and put some more compost and all that stuff. Having my father-in-law over for his 90th birthday. Oh, nice! Happy birthday to him. It's above freezing. Yeah. I was just showing Marilyn and my friends in the chat there. We're expecting 10 centimeters of snow, which is about 4 inches on Thursday, which sucks. Male flowers. Okay. Well, that's what I thought. That the seeds were the actual nuts, but I thought maybe it was spreading that way too. Um, so if it's the male flower, does that mean that I will not have nuts, or it just doesn't matter? Triangles are strong shape in building. Yeah, but greenhouse is two walls like this and like this on top. So I have to fortify it a little bit. Uh, but the thing is, I think I'm somewhat lucky in terms of the sun pointing south. Like, I mean, it's coming from the south, and the wind usually comes from the north. So I can make as strong as I want to the north, and it won't really matter in terms of the amount of sun coming in. I miss fiddleheads. It got hot, and now they are out too far already. The trouble of living in a tropical paradise. Yeah, not fun, but at the same time, like, wow. I'm still. Well, usually, like, I thought the winter we had was a good winter. There's a chance that we might be playing, like, not me, but like the kids and my friends might be starting to play softball earlier than usual because the field is pretty much um, out of snow at the moment. We just have snow here for some reason, but we give it a good 2 or 3 weeks to dry out before we actually start playing on it. And in I think it was in 2012, we were able to actually play early May because I was at my brother's tombstone, and um, a friend came over and, hey, are you going to the ball game? Yeah, so I remember that 2012 we played softball that early. But in terms of fiddleheads, usually we harvest them like early May. Last year, I think when like the weekend after the conference is when I went over to pick them up. But we are still a good week, 2 weeks maybe away from fiddleheads. So we're not that much in advance compared to last year. The snow is leaving, but just because we don't have a lot. Hazelnut is wind pollinated. The wind catches in the catkin where the pollen is and bring it to the female flower. That is a weird shape that will produce a nut. Okay, so but I would need two trees, right? Like the second one, I bought two, and I think the second one didn't make it. Although when I was looking earlier, it seems to still be alive. Because if it was dead, it would just crack like very easy, be like almost dry inside. Even my grapevines, I saw some of them that seem to be having new growth already. Um, they're still very much alive, which is pretty cool. Good morning, Tiffany. It's funny when I see Canadian Family Life (CFL) like this. I always think about Canadian Football League. That's why you have to plant hazelnut close to each other and have them in the wind. Yeah, wind is not a problem here. The two hazelnut trees I had were like maybe a yard apart, 3 feet apart, so they were close enough. Um, I might have to order some more. Maybe if I ordered like another three, um, that would work. I wonder if we have some at the little nursery here, local nursery. I guess I'll have to see what happens if something happens that I don't go to the conference. I will have a little bit of extra money that I can invest in fruit trees and nut trees and things like that. But no, I'm still hoping to be able to go. Good morning, Desmond, um, and good morning to Sandy if he's there as well. Nice to have you here. I don't know if you need two trees or not. My info does not go that far. Well, regardless, that is good info to have. At least now I know a little bit more about them. I was walking around my property. My cat finally decided to go on small adventures. He goes outside. He wants to be outside all the time now. And I understand. Like, imagine a cat. Like, he was young, so we had him inside. Um, and he's turning 1 year old like in a week. So we figured anytime in 2024 he would have been old enough to go outside, but he didn't want to go out in the snow and he didn't like the cold. So now it's getting warmer, so he's being more adventurous, and he wants to spend all his time outside. And imagine a cat being stuck inside for about a year, and suddenly, um, he's exploring, hearing all kind of sounds. We could see him this morning, probably hunting a mouse. That's what it looked like anyway, or it could have been another critter. But the only thing that I'm scared of is the fact that I have a weasel here. Um, if he gets the jump on the weasel, he could kill it. But if the weasel gets the jump on him, he could hurt him bad. And I want to be careful with the trap. I don't want to put a trap in my garage where the cat can get hurt. So it is, a little bit, a little bit of a dilemma on what to do. I feel like this after months of winter. Yeah, that's why I wish I was a bear. You just go to sleep in the winter, enjoy the summer, spring, and fall, and you go to sleep all winter long. That's what I wish I could do. Yesterday was a good day. I had a good day. Kids played handball. Unfortunately, I think my daughter suffered from a concussion. It was a light concussion, but still, she didn't really tell us Thursday when she got hurt. Like, we knew she got hurt, but we thought she got the ball in the eye, and it was more like not an injury, but more kids being hurt because a ball hits you in the face. They're kind of squishy balls, so they don't usually hurt. But I think what happened is the way that she turned her head at the same time that the ball hit the post, she kind of ended up hitting the ball that was stuck on the post, and it just like stopped her quickly. She started having symptoms, and she only told us after the first game. Luckily, there was a doctor there, and I asked him, like, what do I do? Because at first she was saying that she was only tired. Kids, they want to play, and I get it. And it's true that all the kids had school dance on Friday. They all wasted a lot of energy. They all got home late. They didn't sleep much. Having a tournament the next day with a few players short was definitely not ideal. And her not being able to play the second game, because that's what the doctor told me. He said, let her have good warm up, and if she feels fine, and she should be fine, it might just be the fact that she's tired. But if she gets head spinning or headaches, like take her off the game right away. And that's what I did. 2 minutes in, she looked at me and she said, Dad, I'm not feeling good. So, okay, you're coming off. She didn't play, but we didn't have any subs. um, and you play a whole tournament without being able to change. There are things that we wish the kids would learn to do, simple things, and we sometimes forget that they're just kids. But at the same time, there are things that should be very easy to understand, like things like don't turn your head around after you shoot. You have to stay there and wait for a rebound. But my kids don't do that. They just shoot and walk, turning their backs, walking back to our defensive zone. So not only does that give the other team a good chance to run with the ball if they get a rebound, but by the time my kids realize, well, I said my kids, my players realize that the game is still on, it's too late because we already have a goal in our net. And that's the kind of thing I'm trying to teach the kids. Like, you shoot, you either stay there and look what's going on, or you go back quick and you look at what's going on. You don't walk turning your back to the play. But we have provincials next week, so we still have a week to practice, even though the kids were asking for a break. So I think we might give it to them. At the same time, it's hard because we only have 9 players on the team now, and not having 10, you know what? You try to do a little scrimmage or a little drill. If you don't have enough players to do the drill, it's kind of hard. That sucks. We're expecting snow Thursday, above freezing. I wish it was above freezing forever. I think the universe doesn't want us to ever get to our land. I didn't see your last. Well, I didn't see if you posted a video in the last week, but did you try to go again? We are supposed to have some tonight. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have snow until Thursday. It's probably going to melt fast. From what I could see, we're expecting +7 the next day, but people keep telling me, don't worry, it's just helping the other snow underneath to melt. Although the last snow we got is still there. Got down to 2 Celsius last night in the most southern part of Canada. That's cold. Heat wave. Good morning, Tracy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Long time no talk. Well, I haven't seen you on one of my live streams, and I haven't been on one of yours in a long time. And I think I got home last Thursday, and I think you were still live. But I was just exhausted. There was so much going on. But now things seem to be settling down a little bit, so I'll be able to be a little bit more available for your live streams. Yeah, I was hoping to actually be able to push it down, if you don't mind. Bon matin, Darren. How's it going? I'm doing pretty well. Just a little bit tired, but I had some wine last night. It was just a kind of night where we started having a chat with the kids in the living room and remembering stuff from the past. And, the kids were telling me how they saw life in general, and, just talking about normal stuff. And then I realized that my friends had a playoff hockey pool. I figured, hey, like I usually don't like doing the playoffs pool because there's usually like 20 of us. There's only like 16 teams. So if you try to take the same team as someone else, you end up only having bad players. If you go for a team that you believe could be the Cinderella team, someone else will do the same as you. So you always end up starting the pool. Playoffs usually start like on a Wednesday, Thursday. And by the time we start the pool, there's already a team that's down 2-0 or even 3-0. It kind of removes a team already from the pool, and then you have, you know, 20 guys choosing between 15 teams, which I don't really like. Um, but I figured, hey, I'm just gonna go and see my friends, and I asked Anthony, like, you want to come? Like, you're 16 now, you can, just come out and see the boys and have a little chat. And so we went there. There were only like 9 of them. I should have went, really. I should have. And the playoffs were only starting like that night, so I would have had a team to choose from. Um, but it's okay. We changed our mind when we got there. They were almost done, like really early, and we decided to go see my cousin. Had a few drinks, just like relax in the garage next to a fire, having a little chat, which was kind of cool. And the wine, oh my god, the wine is so good. High alcohol, but you don't feel hungover the next morning. Last morning I woke up, after drinking a full bottle on Friday. I was a lot more tipsy than I usually am when I drink like the regular wine. But I woke up the next morning feeling a lot better. It's like didn't drink at all. Like I don't feel like I had a drink last night, and I think we drank like 4 bottles between my girlfriend, myself, uh, Alexa, and my cousin's husband. Uh, Got to church early, waiting for praise practice to start. Figure a drop on. That's nice. Thank you. Any second I get is a very appreciated second. In a week, overnight, lows of 12 Celsius. I might plant tomatoes outside before I leave. Wow, you're talking about planting tomatoes. I'm just starting to think about starting them inside. There. The busy season hit early this year because I can get outside a lot earlier. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe going outside, go do my apple trees, root balls, and then maybe come back home and try to work on some raised beds. I'll see. I'll see. I don't want to. I want to have everything measured out 4 by 8, but at the same time, I hate wasting like 2 feet on a board. That's a very nice board. So I'd like to get, if they're 10 feet long, a 4 by 10 garden bed. I don't think it would change much. I don't think it would do much damage in terms of not damage, but like the plan. I think it would still work out, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'll see when I get there how many boards I have left. What do I need to buy? Sales told me to go on his land. He cut a few trees last year. He has a lot of slabs that I can use to make the borders. I might have to go get a few more boards. Then again, I don't want to have to pay for boards, so I don't know. I might be doing something with just the spruce I have here. Figure something out. I'll see. I also have some old um, metal roofing sheets that I might use to fix my rabbit cages. That's another plan I have. I want to clean my chicken coop. I I have my order in for my meat chickens and turkeys. I already started buying a few feed bags, so that's good. If I can have a few ones in advance, then in the summer I don't have to worry about buying much food. much feed for them, and it's even better. Saying good morning, saying good morning, saying good morning. That's awesome. I remember this hoodie. I wish I knew where he got it. This one, I think it was on Wish, and it was just like $20. And I've had it for a long time, and it seemed to be a very very good quality. I mean, it's just like you know, um, it looks kind of cheap, but it's been lasting for like at least like 5 years. I've had it for more than 5 years now, more than that actually. My breakfast is finished. I should go to the animals and outside chores too. Well, that's okay. You can go ahead and do that. I don't intend to be on for too long. Just want to do an hour because my stats are going down. It's crazy. I I did like Fridays and Sundays live streams for a little while, and my hours were up the roof. Over 500 hours a month, like in the last 28 days. I just missed one Sunday, and I had one small live stream on a Friday, and it went down to like 277. That's insane. I know I didn't post as much videos as I usually do, especially in the summer, but I still get a good amount of views and a good amount of watch time from those videos. So I guess I just need to make more videos. Gotta plant more asparagus, more seeds today. Yeah, I gotta get that too. I have some asparagus that are doing pretty well. Just thinking about. Um, I have to make sure I go take care of them for one. I haven't watered them in probably a week, so I have to do that. Um, but it's it's that kind of week, that kind of year where I have a lot of good intentions and a lot of good plans. I just don't feel like doing anything, which is one of the reasons why I want to go with a lot of fruit trees and perennials, asparagus, strawberries, apples, grapes, and so on. Guess I'll just be here shoveling snow off the truck again. That sucks. We're planning an expedition this week. I feel like Scott in the Antarctic. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not that far behind. The last week, week and a half, the last 2 weeks, actually, I haven't been much on YouTube other than just like doing my weekly video and putting it up. I've been answering comments, but I haven't watched a single thing. My head was just elsewhere. The asparagus roots I planted last year are coming up. That's awesome. That is brutal. Still shovel snow. I think we are home free for snow now, but unlikely. Yeah. Like I said, we're expecting like 4 inches on Thursday, which sucks really bad. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna use ruining hormones and my little balls, and I'm gonna go with my knife and maybe do a video on that, how to do it properly and what to do, what not to do. I was gonna say something else. Yeah, my fruit trees are all doing great, except for two plum trees that I brought back from a friend's place. I got them for free. They have the black knot fungus. Now, I see some problems with that because, from what I hear, it can spread easily if it gets too windy. The wind can transport the fungus. It can go underground and contaminate your soil, and that can kill your trees on the long run. It might take a long time for larger trees, but it can kill them. So I think I'm gonna have to cut them back and be very, very careful with branches I'm gonna have to burn them. If they come back, I'm gonna have to remove the trees completely from the ground. And if it starts spreading, then I know there's a way also that you can um, get rid of it. It's not necessarily permanent, but it can stop them from ever growing back if you do that one thing like once a year. There's a compound you can buy. Um, I know it's a chemical, it's not the best, it's not ideal, but at least if it stops from spreading, you know, I just have to um, sacrifice that one little spot, keep spreading stuff there and not grow food there just to make sure it doesn't spread anywhere else. Um, if that's what I have to do, well, that's what I have to do. It's brutal. Yeah, we're all over snow. I think I've been done with snow for 20 years now. That's awesome. We did seed in a greenhouse about 3 or 4 years ago and just harvested 3 stalks. We realized we need a lot more in ground. Yeah, and that's what it takes, right? Like 3 to 4 years, but they can grow so easily. I'm just wondering if I should start hardening them off now and see what happens. If I can harden them off and can if it can get warm enough in the day. Um, the problem is my cat. I don't want to have to put stuff outside on my patio and bringing all the way downstairs during the night. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. If it was warmer and I was just afraid of the last couple of frosts, I could just bring it outside and bring it back in the garage for the night. That way the cat would not bother them and it should be safe. But yeah, I have to figure out a plan. Once the cat goes outside, like most of the time, should be fine. But if he comes back in and he starts throwing the plants on the floor, it's not really fun. So I have to find a solution to that problem. 5 years from seeds, 3 years from root to harvest for asparagus. Okay, so 5 years. See, like it's not that bad. So I would still have 2 3 years before I actually get my first harvest. I planted some from roots. I made a video on them, and the one that started growing ended up dying. So I don't know. I think it could have been too late already. I'm just going to do a follow-up video on that at some point because I want to show the truth, the good and the ugly. Yeah, it could have been too late. You have to plant the roots when you see them at the store. It's now or never, because if you wait a week, it's too late. And I find it insane that those companies will sell stuff like that and they know it's not going to work. So people don't go buy stuff from Walmart if they're just taking it out now. And it's not just Walmart, it's any store. If you see them taking root plants in store now, it's too late. It's too late already. The best time for those roots would actually be in the fall. But they just do the nursery in the spring while they could be making a lot more money in the fall. Because people would see what they're missing, they would see what didn't make it, and they would probably go and buy some more. But if you let them wait a year, they'll find other solutions. And I think it was Jennifer Homestead last Friday that was talking about how Costco told her they were just going to have the gardening stuff out mid-June. Mid-June, I'm in zone 4, and mid-June is already too late. Like I'm done. My garden is done by mid-June. What do you expect to sell mid-June? I mean, mid-May is kind of limit already. Anything later than that is like way too late. Uh, so I don't know. I guess it's time to get ready for the conference now, and you know, after the conference is where everything starts for me anyway. I'm like 3 weeks away from getting all the animals. Um, it's actually time to start planning stuff outside, and like as much as I like to believe that we're actually ahead. Last year, when I got back from the conference, I was actually planning stuff outside. And we're 2 weeks away from the conference, and I still can't plan anything outside. So we're not really um, advanced compared to last year. I still have a good foot of snow in some places. My son bought home 100 asparagus roots from a farm that was dumping them at the landfill. Wow. Can still plant annuals since it would be after last frost. Probably their biggest selling product. Yeah. The problem is, though, as much as I agree with that, Darren, in Moncton, the last frost date is around mid-May. So they're still like a month late. They're still too late for me, and I'm zone 4. And I mean, I guess it makes sense that their annuals would still make them a lot of money, and yeah, that's crazy. I wish I could find a place like that dumping 100 asparagus roots. I was lucky to get raspberries at some point, free raspberries. None of them survived, and I don't know why. I guess when they say a plant is hard to kill, you just have to bring it to me, and I'll find a way to kill it. um, I also believe that the white currant Maryland gave me last year survived. Still early to say. I'll have to wait like maybe another month to confirm. But it didn't seem like it was dried out and dead. It seemed like it was still alive. So maybe when it comes out of dormancy, it will actually live. I also have some raspberries that I got last year. Some yellow raspberries that I purchased, and some I got from Annie. The ones I got from Annie, I don't think they did anything. The ones I bought, I'm pretty sure survived. I'm just hoping that they can grow and spread, because where they're growing, there's a lot of weeds. The grass is getting tall, and I can't really mow the lawn because I have my rhubarb in the middle. So my goal was to have raspberries on the sides, rhubarb in the middle, and just have like a walking path. If I can walk around those spots, the grass can't really grow that tall, because if I walk on it on a daily basis, you know what happens? It tends to die off. We cover a strawberry with tons of straw this year. We'll see how they do. I don't cover mine, and they do great. I'm gonna have to go and try to get most of the weeds out, but I also want to do like Marilyn did, plant my asparagus with my strawberries, and I'm hoping that the strawberries finally start spreading a little bit. I'm even thinking about making a small hill with compost in the back of my property, and just plant strawberries in that pile. I might have to do 2 trips. If I get the trailer, $30 for a huge dump trailer full of compost is not that bad. It's actually a very decent price. and with one trailer, I can probably fill like 3 raised beds, 4x8, like completely. So it's like $10 a raised bed, which to me really makes sense. Uh, so Darren, on Friday morning, you were talking about maybe leaving like around 10 a.m. Um, but if you do, there's a chance that we might be gone early. Like I was telling Marilyn, you're free to leave whenever you want because you're home. Um, but nothing stops us from leaving early. And instead of having lunch with Mr. Scott here, maybe we could have a breakfast. Good morning, Scott. Don't forget to send me some information about what you want me to bring from your mother-in-law, and yeah, we'll try to find a way. If it's not lunch, so it could be breakfast. Um, Darren might be leaving later, so I might be leaving earlier. And worst comes to worst, I can either go see Mike and Angie, or I know Thomas from Life in the Valley wants to go fishing really bad. So depending on what happens, those are two options that I have on the table right now. Just looking at our asparagus roots, which side do I plant down or up? Usually the part where the root is goes in the ground and the crown goes up. Yeah, breakfast is a good option. Getting my van ready this week so I can plant before I go, leaving May 2nd. May 2nd, that's Thursday. That's when I'm leaving too. I'm leaving here, heading over to Darren's on Thursday. You're working on Thursday, Darren, right? Um, so, um, we can either just go drop our stuff at your place and go to Floralie Jouvence, or I can do like I did last year, just hang around in town. In that store, I can't really get bored. It's not like um, it's not like it's a problem for me to be in there and having to go back 2 or 3 times during the weekend. Because in an hour you don't have time to see anything, like everything I should say. um, Plus I have a French channel now, and there's possibility that I could be doing some cool stuff there. If some people are willing, I can give them free advertising or anything like that. um, we'll probably be leaving earlier in 10. Magdalene wakes us up at 4 a.m. anyway. And like I was telling her this morning, I have trouble with getting up later than 7 a.m. myself now, especially when I'm not home. Especially if I just have like the one drink, for some reason, I wake up at 6 the next morning. And 6, 7 o'clock my time is 5, 6 o'clock your time. um, but if you say that you want to leave at 10, we can make sure we don't make any noise. Pack our stuff the night before, and just roll up my sleeping bag, my pillow, and sneak out the house. I know the dogs might be barking, but we don't have to wake you up, and we can just grab breakfast at Tim Hortons or anything like that on our way, just to put something in our belly and then meet Scott in Toronto now. Yeah, like no worries. I mean, you still have time. Just don't forget. That's all I mean. We're still debating, as you can see, the time where we're gonna leave. So, depending how far away you are from Darren, you might be like 4 hours away. So it might end up being lunch, regardless. But we'll see. We'll see. We can stay up to date I can keep you up to date about what time I get where. Send you a message, say, hey, I just passed Montreal, so you know that I'm gonna be wherever in X amount of time, and we can go about it that way. Probably not make the conference this year. That sucks though. That'd be nice for you guys to be able to meet new people, to make new connections, help grow your YouTube channel. Um, but I get that it's not easy for everyone, especially since you guys are on a new property and you have a lot of work to do. I mean, I totally get that, but you can start thinking about it for next year. I'll be down at the office on Thursday, but can take off early and head to the garden center, right? Um, I'm not sure what time Marilyn will leave. I think she's going to leave around noon, so she's probably going to arrive at your place around supper time, and she wants to go to the garden center as well. So, I don't mind going back after supper. And the fun thing is, as much as we have to bring a lot of stuff to the conference because we all have stuff we want to bring to France, so we end up packing the back of the Jeep, and we always end up coming back with a bunch of stuff. It's fun to know that we can leave some stuff at your place. Um, you know, if I buy a few fruit shrubs at the garden center or a few plants, I can leave them at your place, and even if they stay there for a few days, they'll be fine. 5 hours from Quebec City. Okay, so let's say we're crazy enough to leave around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We'd be there around noon, 1 o'clock. Or depending, if you come towards us, so we can meet, like, even if it's only 30 minutes from your place, it's only 4 hours and a half for us. We can work something out. I mean, I had spoken to Darren about it, and was open to the idea as well to stop for a quick lunch, get some time with you as well. It doesn't have to be a fancy restaurant, just as long as we can get poutine. I think we're happy. No, but seriously, like, we can, I mean, grab anything, even if it's just McDonald's. Like, I don't mind wherever we decide to go. My goal for the summer, I've said it before, it's simply to have a nice fruit forest. So everything I bring from the conference will be along those lines. I will be either buying fruit shrubs or small fruit trees, or perennials, chives, or, well, I already have chives here. It's not what I need the most, and the thing is, at this time, instead of starting all those perennials inside, I can put them straight on my balcony and my patio, and plant those right away. Even if there's still snow, even if it's still a little bit cold, it's why is it always like, I can plant them now and they'll get out and sprout whenever they're ready, and I don't have to acclimate them to the outdoors. I can just plant the seeds and let it grow. I don't know why my internet is so slow. Like, it's 24 seconds behind right now, and if I click to get it live again, it's not going to be too long. It's going to start lagging and take a few seconds behind. I just want to see if I do this, how long until I see it there. Now. Okay, so it's not that bad. So by the time I see or do something, Hanny. Oh, our last video is doing great. Nice. Let me just. I am live. I'll look after. Slowly wants breakfast. Yeah, I should go eat something too. I had my coffee early. I took a small bath, got up, made my coffee, went for a little walk around the property to see what was going on. You saw my update video on the seeds. Yes, the survival seeds are doing well. I planted the peppers. I planted the onions. Why do I only have 3 envelopes here? Oh, yeah, I definitely planted the tomatoes as well. And I probably have my document opened up here. Opened up. Yeah, so I have the 6 tomato plants, and they're actually, I did the video when I planted the tomatoes, and they sprouted already. I also have the peppers planted, and the onions planted, and it's all growing. Now what I have here is red kidney beans, Waltham butternut squash, and Detroit red beets, and those usually go straight in the ground. So I still have to make my garden beds. Once this is done, I can start planting some of the stuff. Things like beets, carrots, anything that goes in the ground will survive even if it gets cold. There's only like squash and beans that I have to wait a little bit longer. So, welcome back. I have a few things sprouting my interest here. Very creative, very creative. All right, I didn't intend to come here for too long, just to try to get some more watch time. My stats are not doing well. I need to learn some of Scott's tricks. You can go on for like 3 hours, talk about any kind of stuff, and you get 50, 60 people watching him. Scott, if you're still there, send me a private message. Give me your tricks. I need to know what to do. I need to know what you're doing, because you get tons of people watching, and I have 11 people watching, and I wish I had more. So that's probably going to give me around like 11 watch hours, maybe 12 when I'm done. I wish I had like 60, 70 watch hours. That'd be nice. Imagine you go on for 3 hours every week. You get 50 hours, 50 watchers. That's like 150 people, 150 watch hours, like right off the back every week. All right, time to get some more work done. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go in a minute too. I have to put plants in the greenhouse. All right, take care, guys. Have a great day, everyone. Off to make a second pot of coffee here. Awesome. All right, everyone seems to be leaving, so I will. I forgot to put my little banner. Let me just put it up. Let it play at least once. I just want to take a second to thank all my members: Tracy T. Hen 141, Marilyn Little Homestead by the Beach, Angie and Me and New Acres. Oh, I forgot to update this because I have a lot more than this. Why? Okay, those are the only ones that I have that are premium squash. I also have Dave Knight, Back to Basics Homestead, Adventures with Outdoor Eagles, Buttercup Fern Homestead, and Jennifer Ocean Homestead that are members. So thank you. Take care, and I will leave on music. Let's put this song. There's a lag. It's lagging. I pressed play already. Let's see how long it takes.
as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun, as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shop